Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. I know there are a lot of folks out there who aren't prepared for what's coming up, but in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the potential timeline for the next few months. Now, listen up, this is massive, folks. It's one of the biggest news stories out there. Why? Due to the fact that beginning January 29th, 24th, Google will permit Bitcoin and crypto displays. The reason, handsome men? For the simple reason that more and more people are going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and all of your favorite meme coins and S-coins. Be wary of scam advertising, though, I've seen Bitcoin ones among them. XRP breaker, keep an eye on your cryptocurrency holdings before the major bull run happens. The market is becoming insane, and I don't know what else to say. Very well. Hey Justin, BlackRock's bought Ethereum ETF gets delisted by the SEC, why? Oh, and don't forget to ask why first, okay? The question of why they would put it off should constantly be on your mind. Here we are discussing the SEC. Then, someone is undoubtedly trying to get their hands on this. Do you recall? Investment firm BlackRock, although the Bitcoin SPA ETF went live only recently, I'm curious as to whether or not it was among the most popular. Who supports the BC cause? Despite his belief that Bitcoin has surpassed ALGAs, I take it he thinks all coins will eventually have their day in the sun. I still think Bitcoin has to move up, but how does it fit with our idea, guys? Going sideways, right, or up is all that's required of you, men. If it accomplishes those two goals, then all coins should see a surge and reach new records in value. I am incredibly thrilled. Why? The schedule is as follows. Greetings, all. Behold, a chronology. The schedule is as follows. February 13th is our date. Located precisely here. At that time, the CPI report is released. If it falls short of expectations, investors will pour money into stocks. But wait on, Cryptus, stocks are still holding up well, they're in unexplored territory right now, aren't they? Stocks are setting fresh all-time highs, and there is no opposition to their rise. February 13th is arrived because Bitcoin Cryptus are now behind schedule. We will proceed to pump immediately if that is a checkbox. The Fed will eliminate, cancel, and demolish the Bank Term Funding Program in March. I don't think banks will disintegrate or anything after they do that. Here I come again. I think it will take a little while, maybe a month or two. Meanwhile, we can see that rate cuts have started. If they continue, the market will likely rally until April or May. Alright, it looks like something might break around this time. The months of April, May, and June, it's my sincere hope that something will happen around this time frame that will cause rates to be drastically dropped. If that happens, the markets will see a precipitous decline. Is my belief in this complete? Maybe Bitcoin, too, will pump gas parabolically, won't it? I haven't encountered many people who hold this opinion, so I'm going to assume that everything will fall into place as planned when the Federal Reserve either significantly increases or decreases interest rates. Imagine if the value of all coins doubled, tripled, or even multiplied by 10 all at once. I'm going to reinvest the proceeds because I believe Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies are now priced too low. From now on, guys, and if it simply dumps for 50%, 60%, or 70%, our entry was lower than what it will be going forward. We can just ride the wave instead of selling at that point since it's a wonderful party. Look at this now. Here we have an indicator that covers all coins. At last, the green Gaussian channel has shown for every coin. Can you explain that? Whenever this indication has turned green, we have taken note. Take a look at what transpired with every coin. In 2020, it pumped it here considerably as well. Now, when it turns green, you guys might see a pump swivel and a pump here. Along with a pump cause, we also saw a pump dump in the other direction. Once again, however, the market often pumps for the next 2 years whenever it does turn green or if anything else happens. You too, aren't stunning, are you? Many people are pessimistic about the market at the moment, but I am not one of them. The prediction that Bitcoin will reach $150,000 in 12 months based on daily altcoin prices is not hyperbole. In fact, it's a realistic possibility. To paraphrase Big Short, stay in until 26 strikes, as he tweeted. This is why we might have some breathing room, you guys. I will be purchasing in again if I did take profits, else, I will simply let it ride. This is true regardless of whether a black swan event were to take place. However, I want to repurchase it since, my friends, the Federal Reserve will most likely rescue the markets by stepping in. The reason we're bringing this up is because, well, a lot of charts are pointing towards a recession arriving soon, so if past is prologue, then we can expect to see one this year. Who wouldn't want to claim winnings if altcoins had a parabolic rise, right? The situation is about to escalate rapidly. Additionally, many individuals are now pessimistic. In a very real sense, the stock market set a new record high. Am I correct? However, it has been referred to as a dump once again. Why? But many do suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. If only there was hope for everyone, this would be a breathtaking sight to witness. I see. And there was widespread elation because the market will drop, but nobody is buying into it because they're too afraid. Which implies that the market will continue to rise, which is a source of concern. Once people start buying into the idea that there is a fork at the top, we will dump the lower-level players. So far, everything is pointing towards an increase. But that's just me, and it has nothing to do with money. Now, when did Bitcoin first hit? In the near future, maybe within the next few weeks, there could be a lot of volatility, but I'm planning ahead and often considering my options. Bitcoin now has what would your $50,000 be in a year? Bitcoin surpasses $500,000. Let's just listen to these guys for 5 years. Holy cow, this is very shocking. In the next 12 months, I could see over 100,000 as a realistic possibility. I mean, perhaps 150,000. And guess what? In the next 5 years, I'm pretty sure I've seen a pattern in action recently that could lead to $100,000 or $245,000, which is absolutely absurd. By the year 2025, at the latest. Regardless of how rocky this year may be, I intend to ride it out until the dam breaks and disaster strikes in the natural environment. On top of that, just like there is a limited supply, and with the recent acceptance of Bitcoin on the spot market, there is the possibility of a massive surge in demand. As a result, I believe that a goal of approximately 500,000 may be reached in 5 years. I believe so. Now that I'm not touching Bitcoin during the collapse, I want to acquire some. The dam collapse is thus visible to me. Why, therefore, did they claim that Bitcoin prices can reach 6 figures? This very spot is the reason. Even though they only have $21 million, Justin BlackRock's 45,688 Bitcoins are valued more than $1.8 billion thanks to their spot Bitcoin ETF. You do realize that there are only 21 million Bitcoin people, right? There's a finite supply, and I don't want you or me to jump the gun, but I do think Bitcoin will die during the crash. Here's where I'll make my purchase. After this, we may go up, because that's where it transforms into the phoenix, after all. Reignites from the ashes, and all that. Do you believe I could envision Bitcoin and millions of money, guys? I don't want to get ahead of myself, though. I will not deal with Bitcoin until I witness its demise, you guys. It's alright, because the ROI is currently non-existent nonetheless. Just picture it increasing to $150,000. When all coins are considered, that is insignificant. The SEC continued to sue. The Ripple XRP token just gave a TEDx talk. Think about it, what if they hadn't XRP 100x back then? Alternately, it would have done better than the Ethereum, which, if I had to guess, would have yielded XRP values of 50, 70, or 80 times as much as they do now. Just a small fraction of the X coins. Are you all getting what I'm trying to say? Therefore, Bitcoin will only. Aside from that, though, there is more encouraging news. The SEC is published by the Justin Forbes staff. The global monetary system has been irrevocably changed by the adoption of Bitcoin ETFs. Why? Since they anticipate that cryptocurrencies will become an integral part of the existing financial system, and since they have already centralized cryptos, which was true, but to an extremely high degree at the time. You guys are about to change the world of finance for the rest of time. Take a look at this, though. Financial advisors can learn more about Bitcoin at a webinar tomorrow, hosted by BlackRock. The company is hailing the ETF clearance as a watershed moment for investors, too. So, what's the strategy? Is it true that Bitcoin is about to crash at this very moment? Not in my opinion. Alright, guys. The crypto market is going to be the recipient of all this capital, isn't it? There are several positive indicators. One step at a time, we are. Yes, we are easing the elderly into Bitcoin, gods. Guys, it's safe to step in the water. As Bitcoin X is simplified, isn't it? Even though Bitcoin pumped 100%, what if BlackRock had this? It would be my master plan to launch ETFs with a tiny dump. We will gradually climb back up, you know, even though everyone is terrified right now. And then the recession hits, and the price goes much higher than it is now, but nobody is expecting that because of Bitcoin and other altcoins, are they? What am I going to do if BlackRock, the manipulators, the whales, and so on show up? I'm going to buy back in and ride it up. Why? Because she'll be caught unawares, pulled in, and everyone will be selling, except you, to the whales, sharks, and those folks who need liquidity. Keep in mind that liquidity is the key to everything. Very well, because Satoshi Nakamoto and Watsa can sell bits if they wish to pay off, I think Bitcoin has a chance to hit these higher ranges. Perhaps XRP requires a large amount of liquidity. Everyone would be in a daze if Bitcoin were to be priced at that level, but there would be enough of liquidity to get out of it. Rather than a financial misstep, it took MicroStrategy 4 years to purchase. It took BlackRock and Fidelity a few weeks to purchase 89,000 Bitcoin and 82,000 Bitcoin for their spot ETFs, so what are you people getting? People don't comprehend how quickly Bitcoin is being consumed. Hey, this is why it's totally doable, huh? I believe even BC backers are of the opinion that XRP should pump here soon due to the upcoming autumn season. I hope we see all season before a black swan or recession happens. If we do, it would be the most insane play we have ever seen. Am I correct? Get ready for the wildest event that has ever happened, dudes. Now let me explain why this serves as the confirmation. We only required this confirmation. This was quite some time ago. Jim Cramer states, a while back ago, without specifying when. Well, I'm curious, what exactly do we know about Solana, and we can post these currencies? In what ways is XRP understood? In other words, there is no solution. Here it is for you. I see. We are well versed in all things related to Ripple and XRP in particular. Everyone can see through it. Jim Cramer is not a fan of XRP. Even with Solana, he referred to XRP as a hoax or predicted that it would go to zero, but Solana it was going parabolic. You guys, now we're down to our last 2 coins, maybe Dogecoin too, but XRP is coming up next. All I had was faith when I began. We can only wait and watch what occurs, but I hope the prophecy comes true with what's coming to the US. Please subscribe if you haven't already. See you soon, bye.